So I'm here with Royal Canadian Mounted Police and Arnold Guerin. Arnold, what role do you see that technology and the development of technology play in the fight against child sexual abuse?
Well, we certainly see that offenders online that are targeting children are using technology to their advantage. And our role within that fight is to use the same technology against them. Whether we're going to be in the dark web, whether we're looking at open file sharers, whether we're looking at open websites, we're going to use all the technology that's at our disposal to fight the problem. Our goal remaining through this entire process is to find and rescue more kids.
What progress are we making in the fight against child sexual exploitation in the world?
Optimistically, I think actually we've made more strides in the last 5 years than we have probably in the last 15. And technology and collaboration has been really the key piece to this. We often hear, no one can do this fight alone. That certainly is the case. We've been running Project Vic for several years now. Project Vic is really centered around creating standards for data to mine child exploitation data, bringing in partners that are private industry partners, NGOs, police, other government organizations. All of these people have come together in Project Vic to make this possible. And what that means is we now have partnerships and data standards that are held by private industry partners. We can now move the intelligence data between all of their products without being locked in. And they're welcoming those standards because they want them as well. We have more police in the world contributing to the various Project Vic databases. And in those Project Vic databases, they're now connected but with new features called global alerts. Again, a feature that allows us to peruse lightly the private data of, not private data, but hashes of different seizures when we're in a time-sensitive investigation to find and rescue kids. So it seems like I'm being overly optimistic when I say this, but in the last few years, we've made such great progress with private industry partnerships with NGOs, without all of us working together with the goal of finding and rescuing more kids. I wouldn't be as optimistic as I am.
What are the most important actions for Royal Canadian Mounted Police in the near future?
Really, our goal over the next few years is going to be to focus on machine learning. We've made a lot of progress with some industry partners in Canada in this regard. This week, we've been working with Interpol in Copenhagen at a DevOps or hackathon where we've implemented machine learning into the tools that we're using to classify child exploitation material. That is a massive success, and it seems like it's a small thing to say, but what this means is it's going to lead us to improved outcomes for children that are being sexually assaulted, and it's going to improve the mental health of the police officers that are having to review the material. So that's what our goal is over the next few years, always focusing in on finding and rescuing more children, and at the same time making sure that we're doing our best to protect the mental health of our investigators.
What will you take away from this day?
I think what I'm going to take away is just how impressed I am with the whole Swedish child protection infrastructure. The way that ECPAT is working with you folks, with the Swedish National Police, how they're working with Interpol and Europol at our hackathon this week. I think Swedish kids are lucky just to have everything that you guys are doing for them. I know historically that the Interpol's International Child Sexual Exploitation Database actually started with a Swedish police officer named Anders Persson. The idea of working together internationally to find and rescue kids was his idea. Interpol in January of this year identified their 10,000th victim, and that is a worldwide collaborative effort, thanks to Sweden.
Thank you very much, Arnold.
You're welcome.